Good morning, welcome to a morning review. This is Kim Watson speaking on Monday, the 7th of March. Okay, let's look at the euro dollar first. And well, Thursday and Friday saw two solid up days running into the monthly pivot, the daily 200, and then we saw a bit of a sell-off from that point. Now we have got the weekly pivot below us, so there is a chance that we could be on target for that at the moment, although you can see it's just sitting on this bottom band at the moment. The 34 moving average sits pretty much for that, 60 minute 34. Already hit the daily pivot, so really I really need to see what happens post 8 o'clock. We've got sort of plenty of targets below us. We've got the weekly pivot, the 50, sort of bullish 50 here, really crossed through to 200, all looking relatively bullish. But yeah, so we could be getting bounces on that side of things very shortly. Okay, if we do get a bounce off that sort of area, well, I'd be looking for further upside. We've sort of been running in this, as I say, bullish side. Now, at the moment, for the upside, I'd need to really be taking a break of this trend line just to confirm that, unless it bounces, comes down to this area where I'll be looking for a bounce. Okay, pound dollar. Well, the pound again, solid. We had 5 days last week. 5 days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all 5 days on the upside. Won't be surprised if we get down day to day. And following on from that, then we've got the weekly pivot below us again here. Again, we're at the moment sitting on the 8 moving average. The daily, the 4-hourly lower band just short of the 34 here. Sitting on the daily pivot at the moment. Now, again, the weekly pivot starts breaking down, well, I'd be looking for that as a target. If I manage to get some sort of trade at the moment from the upside, I'd be looking for a break of this upper trend line here for continuation up towards that R1, well, Friday's lows, and then possibly the R1. So there's the picture there. At the moment, it's hard to put anything on the bottom end here. I'll see how it closes at the end of the 7 o'clock bar, but may then be able to, or may be able to then draw a trend line similarly up here somewhere to the bottom of it, and then that may give me the break opportunity from that back down towards the 50, back towards the monthly, and maybe the weekly. Now there's plenty of support on the way down there, so it's a bit messy relatively. Okay, dollar yen. Well, it's got into another one of its consolidation phases. It's where you can see very much clear from the 4-hourly. So generally, I mostly stand clear of this, and you can see why it's just have sort of longish periods of tight consolidation. Then we go back into the less tight consolidation phase. If we see a break of the outside of these, perhaps it may give us more of a guide of which direction the yen's going for a while. But at the moment, whilst it's chopping as it is, this very tight chop, it's quite risky. It just can get a bit spiky and just put you into a trade and then put you out again. So I'm going to just leave it standing alone until this gives a better direction. But at the moment, well, bigger picture would suggest possibly up towards that monthly pivot at some point. Aussie dollar. Another one with a weekly pivot below. We had, again, a strong 5 days up last week, gap down. It's this morning from Friday's highs there. It's almost closed that gap by looks of things. It doesn't look so gappy on the 4-hourly, but let's say you've got the weekly pivot below, so it could be a move down to that. Again, lots of support, a bit like the pound rally, where we've got lots of support before a sort of key target. So we'll just see how it rolls from here. But at the moment, looking quite well, it's quite flat and consolidated here. I think if it goes, it may go quite quickly. Again, I'd wait until 8 o'clock before I look at anything from here, but any downside, as I said, the weekly pivot would be a good target. Right, Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Now. In fact, let's just put the oil price on first. And well, it spiked a bit on Friday, but it's well, continue travelling up towards a $37 mark, almost up to its monthly R1, still untouched. Weekly, daily pivots below, so there's new weekly pivots yet to be touched, but there's the monthly pivot below as well. I'll be surprised. I think we've had a bit of short squeeze going on here in terms of the fewer rigs that are drilling for oil, but I think that's a bit of just smoke and mirrors, and I think eventually it may just pull back into this range. We'll see, but at the moment a bit spiky, so we'd expect the Canadian dollar to be stronger, which pretty much did that on Friday, so it pushed down on Friday into the monthly S1. Now again, in this case we've got the weekly pivot above us here, which is a possible target. It's working its way towards slowly at the moment. Daily pivot just above us, so there's a couple of targets above us, but again plenty of resistance. It's just working off the 60-minute 21s at the moment, but there certainly is the possibility for push back towards these sort of targets. Alternatively, this morning if it just starts selling off, well, we could see another run down towards the S1 area, and possibly even the daily S1 area, so monthly S1 down, and then possibly down to the daily S1 area. If we see it's further strengthening, which is possible. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now, news-wise today, there's very little in the way of significant news due out. In fact, there's nothing of any significance I can see at all. So really left down to the technicals, and it's a bit like a normal Monday after non-farm payrolls. Can be a bit volatile and a bit quiet, but we'll see how we run. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great one. Bye for now.